Hey, howdy, hey, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star 7, Episode 11. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below what you thought about this episode, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Come join the Sandwich Hour community. And without further ado, let's get this video started. Alright. So yes, we are reviewing All-Star 7, Episode 11. We are one away from the finale, and we officially have our top 4. This week, the queens had to compete in a talent show give-back charity competition, where each queen had to put up their own performance. Again, it's very much a talent show that you normally get on All-Stars, but at the end of the season. So, anyways, let's get into it. The queens come back into the workroom with no one being blocked. Everyone's talking about how many wins they have. Obviously, Jinx has won 5 episodes at this point and has 4 stars, so Jinx is very much clearly in the lead. And then we have Trinity over there with 3 stars. We have Shay with 1 star, Jada with 3, Evie with 2. And so on and so forth. So obviously, Shay is definitely getting into her feelings about this because Shay is not feeling too confident about her chances of winning. And the math isn't mathing for Shay at this point. And let me just say this. This episode was definitely, how do I put it? I don't want to say set up for Shay to win because Shay slayed it and deserved this win if you ask me. But I can see how some people might speculate that this was set for Shay to win. I don't know. Hear me out here. I love Shay. I think Shay slayed it. Totally deserved this win. But we'll get to that later. Anyways, this is Shay over here still looking gorgeous. I love this mug. This makeup is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. But she's upset because the math isn't mathing for her at this point. And she's definitely feeling the heat, and she's like, it's done, I'm out, I'm done, I'm not gonna win this. And it'll be interesting, we'll get further into it, but you can tell she's in her feels about this right now. We also get this fun moment of Trinity dragging Jada around. Again, they both have the 3 stars, so they're definitely in the competition with each other, because they are in the lead still. So they're definitely feeling the heat, if you will. Because they are the ones who still feel like they have a chance of maybe not making it at this point. Because as far as they're aware, Jinx is the only one that is confirmed going into the finale, right? Excuse me. So they're definitely feeling the heat. Then we get the new day in the workroom. RuPaul comes out and introduces the main challenge. And they're also going to have to do a Tic Tac dinner, Tic Tac Lunch, whatever you want to call it, with Ru and Michelle. Very much What's the Tea sort of vibes. They do this every season. I think they should just bring back the podcast and kind of do away with the whole Tic Tac Lunch, but that's my own take on that. RuPaul also tells them that this main challenge is a charity talent show, so all excuse me, they each are competing for their own charities. The winner gets $30,000 donated to that charity. And the challenge itself is worth 3 stars. So this really is changing the game up. This is very much like anyone can win at this point. Anyone can go into the finale. So they're all definitely feeling the pressure. Like I said earlier, with the exception of Jinx, no one else is safe at this point. Anyone can make it to the finale. And it's interesting, because we get Shay over here who's like, oh, I still have a chance. This is my moment. Let me take it and run with it. And then you have other queens who are like, oh, I don't know if I'm... They're feeling the pressure. They're definitely all feeling the pressure. Like I said, Shay's like, the math is now finally having a chance for me. I might make it. This is my moment, like I've been saying. Yeah. We get to the Tic Tac Lunch. Again, they all do their own Tic Tac Lunch where they talk to Rue and Michelle, tell them what charity they're planning to donate to if they win. This talent show, all the above. Honestly, the Tic Tac Lunch, I feel like we kind of get the thing. Like, it's the same thing every year. So I kind of feel like skipping through this part a little bit. It's cute. There's not much to report on it. I mean, Evie had in one moment when she was talking about her mom growing up and seeing her mother be abused and how that really stuck with her, which is why she's, her charity is fighting for against domestic violence. Yeah, this was a sad moment. Again, you see the Tic Tacs. Yeah, let's get to this talent show. First, I do want to talk about RuPaul's look. This is a gingham catsuit, is what it looks like. It's very much not my favorite look that Ru's worn. I wish Ru had worn something different for this episode. Don't get me wrong, I like it. No, I don't. But let's just say this. Brooklyn Heights is definitely showing her up as a host in terms of looks. Like, that goes without saying at this point. I don't know. I think Ru needs a new designer, because this is getting boring. This is getting boring. I love Zaldi, but this is getting boring. The guest judge was Hannah Eyebinder? Eyebinder. She's from the show Hacks. I have not seen that show. I've never heard of this woman before. That being said, I thought she was a fine guest judge. She seemed to have fun with the girls. Sure. Good for her. I like her hair. I'm not familiar with this actress. Maybe I'll watch Hacks. I don't know. But she looks like she's there to have fun. Alright, so now we get to the Drag Race Gives Back Variety Extravaganza. The Extravaganza Mama. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. But let's get into these performances. First, we had Trinity The Tuck, who did a lip-sync performance to her song about being Southern hospitality. I thought this was one of the worst of the night. I'm sorry, I love Trinity. I did not like the song. I didn't particularly enjoy this performance. Like I said, for me, this was probably the worst of the night. I'm sorry, Trinity. I love Trinity. This was not it. This was not it. Let me know what you think down below, but like for me, this was the worst of the night. Full T. Next, we get Evelyn Audley, who again is doing a dance performance to her own song. A larger focus on the dancing because this is her celebrating what she can do because of her medical condition. All of her skills are slowly being taken away from her. So this is her celebrating her skills, showing off what she can do, lots of stunts. You get the drill, like look at this picture, she looks gorgeous. I love this performance, I thought it was really impressive, all the stunts and everything. I don't know. It was okay, not my favorite of the night. But I still think Evie did some really cool shit, and I really love to watch Evie do what Evie does best. And I thought this was a great exhibition of her talents and her skills, and that was really impressive. I thought she was great. Next we get Jada Essence Hall, who is doing a lip-sync performance to her original song about season 12. Again, look over there, kind of just giving a lot of references to her run on season 12. I like the look a lot. The song was fun. Not my favorite, but not the worst. I thought this was good. She definitely brought a lot of charisma to it, which I love to see, and Jada always brings a lot of charisma to her performances, which I love to see. And I thought her performance was really fun. It was a really fun performance. Not my favorite, but really, really great. Next, we get Jinx Monsoon, who does a live singing performance. This was very, very, very impressive. I love to see Jinx sing. This is what she does. She does it so well. I thought Jinx did a really, really great job. She was one of the tops for me. Like, I love this. And I think the thing with Jinx is, at this point, she didn't need this win to make it to the finale. So she was mostly there just to have fun, I think, at that point, you know? I mean, she was obviously competing for the charity, but I think at that point she kind of was aware that she wasn't going to get this win. I mean, she doesn't need to have 7 stars, you know? At that point, she already made it to the end. It is what it is, yeah. Next, we get Shea Coulee, who does a live singing performance as well, along with dancing. This was amazing. I love Shea. I'm biased towards Shea, sure, but I've been listening to her music back from season 9 with Cocky. Cocky was one of my favorite songs from any drag queen. I thought that was just an overall really great song. And this was really fun too. I thought Shea really slayed it. The performance was great. The dancing was great. Shea 8. I love this one. I really, really did. This was top notch for me. Again, Shea brings presence, she brings stage performance, she brings it all, and this was something that I love to watch. I thought she did great, and she looked amazing too. I love this makeup, this fit, the wig, every single thing. I stan Shea Coulee. I've been standing Shea Coulee since season 9, and to see Shea do what she does best is honestly one of my favorite things, and I love Shea, always will. When I first got into Drag Race, Shea was one of my favorite queens, you know? Season 9 was my first season. Shea was my favorite from that season. And to see her come up and do the thing she does best, it was phenomenal. I'm obsessed with Shea Coulee, always will be. She looks gorgeous, her performance was amazing. I have no complaints. I love Shea, always will. Sorry, I'm biased, but it is what it is. Next, we get Raja, who is doing a dance from Bali. She was originally from Bali, so this is her way of really embracing her culture and really representing it on stage, on television, and all the things. I thought this was gorgeous. I love seeing Raja do what Raja does, and I thought this was amazing. The look is gorgeous. This was also one of my favorites. I think this was one of my top 3 of the night. I loved this so much. It was really, really fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I'm obsessed. I love seeing Raja this season. And at this point, I kind of had an idea that she wasn't going to make it to the finale. But I still love to see Raja do what Raja does best. And I was obsessed with this. This was really, really beautiful. It was gorgeous. Altogether amazing. Next, we get the Vivian, who again is doing a live performance. It was good. I liked the song. Not my favorite song, I think, is the thing. And I think at that point, the Viv was kind of aware that her chances weren't looking too good. And I also feel a little bit like the Viv kind of faded into the background this episode. And I think that wasn't a great thing. I don't know if that was editing. I don't know what the issue was there. Maybe that was their way of telling the story to get certain queens to certain positions. I don't know. But I definitely feel like the Viv faded into the background a little bit on this episode, which is never a great thing. Yeah, I don't know. I felt bad for the Viv. I really did, but I think she knew at this point that she wasn't going to make it. And next, I think this is the last one. Finally, we have Monet Exchange, who's doing an operatic performance. This was absolutely stunning. This was gorgeous. I love Monet. Seeing her perform opera live, like, oh my god. And I also loved how earlier in the episode they were having playbacks to her All-Stars 4 talent show where she did live singing and kind of messed it up. And this felt like a complete redemption. This was amazing. No one ever has done opera on stage of Drag Race, and I thought this was so well done. The staging was great. The vocals were amazing. This was top notch. This was probably the best of the best for me. And Monet, I love Monet. Always will. I love this. I love this. I love this. Absolutely amazing. Amazing job by Monet. Alright, so now RuPaul announces placement. The top 2 of this week are going to be Monet Exchange and Shea Coulee. This feels correct to me. I definitely agree with this top 2. Which also does mean that the 3 making it directly into the finale are going to be Monet, Shea Coulee, and Jinx Monsoon, which was something I was not necessarily expecting, but with this twist, it makes sense. Yeah, no, it makes sense. And then Monet is the one with 5 stars. So Monet, RuPaul announces, is the one who's going to decide which of the 2 with 3 stars goes into the finale. And her options are either to pick Jada or Trinity. So you see Jada's face here, right? At this point, I think Jada is aware that her chances are gone. Because A, the alliance that Monet and Trinity have. B, I think this also comes down to strategy. I'm being full tea here. I think this comes down to strategy also for Monet. And Monet knows she can beat Trinity in a lip sync. Look back to All Stars 4. Monet won that lip sync, right? If you ask me, Monet should have been the one winner of that season. But Monet won that lip sync, right? So Monet knows she can beat Trinity in a lip sync. That's a no-brainer. On top of that, she also has that alliance that she has with Trinity, right? It makes sense. And Jada, I think, knows all of this. And knows at this point that she's not going to make it to the top 4. And that was crushing to see because I love Jada. But she knows. She knows. You can tell in her face. I feel it. I feel her knowledge of that. Yeah. And then we get Trinity over here who's like, Twinner, come on, Twinner, right? So again, it comes down to Monet's decision, and Monet does decide to bring Trinity the Tuck into the final 4, which means next week the top 4 lip syncing for the crown will be Trinity, Monet, Shea, and Jinx. So we'll have to see how that goes with the Lollapalooza. Again, that means Jada will not be competing for the 200,000, and I'm sad to see that. Again, goes back to strategy and alliance. It is what it is. I don't think anyone was surprised with Monet's decision. Yeah. Again, I would argue also strategy, like I said, it makes sense. It does. Because Monet knows she can beat Trinity. It is what it is. It is what it is. So now we get this lip sync to Supernova by Kylie Minogue between Monet and Shea. Monet is also wearing her All Stars 10 promo look. I love to see that. This lip sync was the best lip sync of the season. I thought this was phenomenal. Again, this goes back to, like, if you picked a top 2 who know how to lip sync, you're going to get a phenomenal lip sync. Which also goes into the fact that I think they did this little twist to make sure that Shea and Monet were in the lip sync Lollapalooza, so we could have some good lip syncs for the crown. Good lip syncs, and I'm really excited for it. But I thought this was phenomenal. At the end, they all did a standing ovation. It was gorgeous. It was great. Perfect. The winner is going to be Shea Coulee, which means $30,000 is going to be donated to the charity of her choice. And then RuPaul also announces that $10,000 is going to be donated to every other charity from this organization that's giving them money to donate. So that's great to see. Again, congratulations to Shea. She also gets $10,000 to herself. This feels correct. She's so relieved, so happy. I love to see it. I love me some Shea Coulee. Yeah, Monet did great too. It honestly could have gone either way for me. So now RuPaul announces that the remaining four queens who weren't going to the final lip sync for the crown are also going to have a Lollapalooza of their own, where they are going to compete for $50,000 for that. She already done had hers as crown. So this makes sense. It's nice to see that Ru is still giving them a chance to win something, and I love to see that. Yeah. From these four, I definitely see Evie doing well and Jada. Those are my top two from these four. Let me know who you think is going to do well down below. I see that, but let me know who you think. And then obviously the other four are going to be competing as well. So that does bring me to the end of this video. Like I said, this is a super fun time. Super fun time? Sure. I really enjoyed this talent show Extravaganza. I thought they all did a really great job. We didn't get a runway, but I still am happy that we got to see what we got to see. I'm sad Jada didn't make it to the top four. Again, I think that goes back to strategies on Monet's part. She knows she can beat her. It is what it is, you know? Again, smart decision by Monet. Full T, it is a smart decision by Monet. She knows she can beat Trinity. It works. It makes sense. And also, I think she knows that the production is going to love to see them compete against each other. Especially because of the tie in All-Stars 4. So it makes sense. It is what it is. I'm happy for all the top four, all the other four. Let me know what you think about all of this down below in the comment section. Please make sure to comment. It really does help me out in the algorithm. Helps me get that engagement. Helps promote my YouTube channel even more. Make sure to like this video if you liked it. Share it on social media. And hit that subscribe button. Come join the Amateur Hour community. You can also follow me on my other social medias if you like. On Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Amateur Hour. And I will be back here tomorrow with my Canada's Drag Race review. Bye, y'all.